Hey everyone, it's been a year since I uploaded my first video, Let's Talk Digital Fashion, here on YouTube. And unfortunately, that video did not perform well. It has less than 200 views, but surprisingly, I have received a lot of messages from you guys, and a few of them even said that they really resonated with what I said in that video and they really felt heard and even touched. So I thought I'll make another part 2 of Let's Talk Digital Fashion and basically just share what happened to me since that last video, what I did, what kind of opportunities I got. It's not about necessarily bragging or telling you, oh, look at me, I did this and this and this, because not everything is super easy. As you know, some days are great, some days are not. However, I just wanted, I guess, to record this on a yearly basis for myself to look back, because I feel like a lot of changed in 1 year and I'm excited to look back at this maybe in a year or two and just see how far I've come first. So what I've been up to this year. First, I have co-hosted a Clo 3D course for beginners and it had amazing turnout. Honestly, I connected with so many great people throughout that journey and it's been absolutely amazing. I remember I was talking last year about creating a course for freelancers, and I did create a course not for freelancers but in general for general public, let's say. I have also, spoiler alert, working on pretty huge project right now myself. I'm actually creating a program for digital fashion and 3D visuals. And currently I'm working on a course, first course. It's 3D mock-up Clo fundamentals. This course is actually for fashion brands and people who don't necessarily have the time to fully dive in and learn everything they could about the software, but just quickly learn the basics and actually actionable tools and everything you need to know to actually have your content out there quickly. This year I've been working with quite a few people on one-to-one basis, not only teaching them Clo but also mentoring with their careers, portfolio reviews, answering the questions, etc. I know I talked about creating a course last video, but I actually figured out that creating a course would really lack the depth this topic needs. And with one-on-one coaching I can really talk with the person about the direct problems, about the direct challenges, and help them strategically make the next step and improve. And I found that it works much better than just creating a course. And so I know I can't help maybe as many people, but I feel I do a bigger impact on a one-to-one level. I've also worked on some amazing projects this year, but I worked on one particular amazing project very recently for luxury brand Rojnita, and we have created virtual showroom, a presentation for Helsinki Fashion Week. And even though the project was so challenging in so many aspects, however, I could not be more happy with the final results. I will link down below so you can actually go and experience the virtual showroom. It's such a fun project. Honestly, one of the highlights of the year for sure. I have also collaborated with quite a few amazing people this year. One of the projects was with sound engineer Giovanni Dubini, which actually taught me the importance of sound for animations and for the videos. So actually, I really enjoy creating behind the scenes design process kind of animations, and they usually do very, very well on social media. And one of the things I love the most about them is kind of syncing in the sound, the beat with the movement of the garments. And if you get the sync in right, it can be such a pleasant and enjoyable video to watch. People even say like, oh, it's very like it causes you satisfaction to watch that, and that's what's like addicting, and you want to just watch and watch and watch. And this collaboration with Giovanni really only secured my thinking about that, the importance of sound. So my little tip, do not neglect that, and really don't just leave that as an afterthought, and really invest some time into studying what works, what kind of sounds are engaging. I have also collaborated with Web3 designer Stella Arkenbach on creating 3D collection, which is called Sea Breeze. She was responsible for creating digital fabrics from our patterns and to be used on our designs. And it was such an amazing collaboration, and I feel like we're still going strong. We're still finding ways of kind of utilizing that collab. Some other exciting news: very recently we have launched our newsletter vision board on Substack. I've been collecting subscribers for quite a while, and I was like, I have this email list of people that willingly gave me the emails. What should I do with that? I definitely should do something with that, and I have decided to start vision board that's more for people who are interested in technology, 3D, AI, fashion, business. So you can go and subscribe if you haven't already. I have also had quite a huge mindset shift and growth in terms of my business, social media, and so on. So let's start with one of the biggest events this year, that I have had my first intern, and she was actually absolutely amazing. We had the best time. Unfortunately, she left and she's doing some other amazing stuff, but it was such a valuable experience for both of us. Last year when I did this video, I was mainly speaking and thinking about myself as a freelancer. And this year I had a huge mind shift, because I realized I'm not a freelancer, I am a business owner, and SENK Design is a business. Freelancer, you can call yourself freelancer if you are maybe working for some studios for a big chunk of time. So for example, maybe you work 2 months in one studio, then you secure another studio, and that's your freelancing journey. But if you do everything from marketing to finding your own clients to providing all in one kind of services, you're not a freelancer anymore, or at least you should not consider you're a freelancer. You are a business owner. And trust me, this shift was so powerful in the way I look at myself, in the way I communicate with my clients, in the way I do all the workflows, processes. It's been honestly one of the biggest change I had this year. I've spent a lot of time on actually improving my workflows, improving the processes. So now everything more or less runs quite smoothly. I have everything, all my operational systems in place, and it's been game changer. Honestly, I could not recommend this more for anyone. If you are one person band, one person business, you are still a business, and you should consider yourself as a business. And trust me, it will really help you to look differently at what you're doing, how you're doing. It also kind of removed a little bit, because I still tied my self-worth and everything to my job, obviously. But when you are considering yourself a freelancer in comparison to business owner, you kind of take yourself a little bit out of it and view it more as a job rather than your whole personality, which has honestly been amazing, at least for me. That's my little 2 cents on this topic. I've actually had quite a big growth here on YouTube as well. I've started, as I said, last year with my first video that still to this day has less than 200 views. And my goal was to maybe in a year get to 500 subscribers, and now I'm almost at, I want to say 1,500, maybe a bit less than that, but I definitely almost tripled my goal. So it's been amazing. And also, like a little rant maybe, I was thinking today, you know, when I say, oh, it has less than 200 views, it's almost embarrassing, so little views. But I was thinking, if I imagine 200 people sitting down and listening to me for 10 minutes, I would be like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So social media have really changed our mindset and our view on views and quantities and people and the attention, that I feel like we have to like sit back and kind of realize it's still a lot, you know, it's still a lot. Like if you had a room full of people listening to your one silly video, it's still a lot for just a girl. Anyways, talking about growth as well, I've been really growing on LinkedIn, and that was kind of amazing as well. I really enjoyed actually, because I feel like I can share more my insights and my story separately from SENK Design, or even separately from digital fashion or 3D design. So it's been actually amazing to connect with all the professionals in the industry. Everyone, I was speaking about this the other day with one of the people online, that actually like the difference of engagement between LinkedIn and Instagram, for example, the quality of that engagement is so different. So if you're not on LinkedIn, I would definitely recommend hop on it. Don't do the cringe stuff just by asking ChatGPT to write some lame articles. You're better than that. Let's not do that. All of us did that for a week or a month back in the day. We are over that. Some of the other things I did this year was writing my first article for Alana magazine. I can't wait to be published and actually see that article and see my name in the magazine. That will be amazing. I have also partnered up with Offscript to bring one of my designs to life. However, there's 2 days left and only 20% of the campaign has been achieved, so it's unlikely that it's gonna go into production. But despite that, it was a great experience to kind of test the waters and see how it's happening, what's going on with that. So no regrets. What else? Oh, I have been offered to be Style 3D ambassador. However, I did politely decline that offer just because I'm so loyal to Chloe. To be fair, I just don't see myself switching between these platforms. They are very similar, and if you're not married to one of them, try Style 3D. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. It's just it takes actually quite a while to work out your workflows, and between, especially like if you involve different softwares. So I just don't have the time to kind of, again, try to work it out, everything, what's working and what's not. So I'm sticking to Clo, at least for now, and maybe in the future I will jump to Style 3D. Talking about Clo, several of our content pieces has been reshared by Clo, and it's honestly, it's such a little fan moment every time it happens. I'm like, oh my god, they liked our content. Talking about social media, quite a few of our videos went over 2 million, 1 million, 3 million views, and I feel like I've cracked the code for engaging 3D fashion animations, so that's amazing. And as I mentioned before, in last video I've spoke quite a bit about maybe creating a course for my peers, etc. But as I said, I really got into mentoring. So if you need any help, feel free to contact me. I don't have a lot of slots. I try to help as many people as I can, but obviously it's quite difficult because I have only 24 hours, and as a business owner you have to do it all. So let me know if you need any help. I'm happy to see if I can help you. In the last video I talked quite a bit about the competition and my views on it, and how the digital fashion is just at the beginning and it's growing, and I can confirm for sure this last year it grew already so much, and there is definitely more competition. But as I said, we should be happy. We should be happy that we chose the industry and the niche that is growing. You don't want to be in an industry that's declining. That's not a good start. So, and also we have the chance to build our own standards. We have a chance to build our own reputation. So, let's stick to the basics. Do not undercharge for your work. Use and communicate like with your peers and with your clients to a good level of communication. Do not ghost people, please. Just be a kind person. Do not gatekeep. I don't know why I'm going on about this, but I feel like it's our responsibility to have good standards for ourselves. Like, we have this chance to really build our industry, so do that responsibly. So yeah, it's been quite a year. I think I will do these Let's Talk Digital Fashion more often. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a yearly thing or not. Maybe it could be funny to have a yearly thing. Anyways, it's really exciting how the industry is changing and growing, and more brands are learning about the benefits and everything, what's happening with AI right now. It's honestly very, very intriguing and very interesting. So I can't wait to see where we're gonna be next year. And if you have any questions or anything, always feel free to comment or reach me through LinkedIn or Instagram. Yeah, have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.